Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Thanks for joining me in my little kitchen today. Listen, while you're here, let's make some food. I have all of the ingredients in front of me to make a beautiful soup. I love soup. I love making soup. It ticks all the boxes for me. It's hot, it's comforting, it's nutritious and economical. I think everyone should have soup recipes in their repertoire to make at a moment's notice. Now, let me show you what I've got. I've got a can. It's a canning jar of beef. What you see here is the fat. So this was some beef I bought on sale and I canned it up. Now, that's going to make it really easy to make this beautiful beef vegetable soup. I've also got a jar of cabbage soup base. This is something I like to can up. It is homegrown tomatoes, cabbage I purchased on sale. There's onions, celery in here as well. This is it's rather thick. The flavor is intense. It's only seasoned with salt. So this is going to be my soup base. I've got a can of potatoes, which I will cut up for the soup. I've got a can of carrots, sliced. I've got a can of green beans, and I have a can of sweet peas. All of these purchased vegetables were purchased at Aldi. And that's it. The only other seasoning I'm going to add to this soup, I will taste it for salt, and I will taste it for whatever else it needs, but basically it's just going to have salt and pepper. And I forgot, I have 1/2 of this carton of beef broth. My daughter was here over the weekend, and I made beef and noodles. So I have half of this broth left. So I'm going to make sure that I use that up as well. Now, if you're not a canner, by all means, you can pre-cook your beef and you can put it in the freezer. Just put it in some quart freezer bags and it will be all ready for you. The same way with this soup base. Just cook it up, put it in a freezer bag, and it's going to be all ready for you when you need it. All right, let's put this together. Okay, I am putting in the beef. This beef is quite chunky, but you can see that it's quite tender. Now, when I canned this beef, I just used salt and water. And that's it. So we're starting with the beef. And the cabbage soup base. Oh, and look, I forgot I put carrots in there too. Isn't that awesome? But that's all right. We're going to put more carrots in. Now, I drained the can of potatoes and I quartered them. They're more they're cut for more like a stew instead of diced, because I want to be able to see those potatoes, and I like the rustic look of the potatoes that are bigger. Now, if you don't have beef, you can use ground beef, you can use turkey, you can use ham, Or if you don't want to use meat, you can just use beans. Any kind of beans would work as a good protein source. Now, I've opened the canned vegetables, but I'm going to use this liquid. They're canning liquid, which is just water and salt. Because there's good nutrients in there. And we don't want to pour that down the drain because we're making soup. Look at that. I had given my sister, my little sister, a jar of the cabbage soup base. She used it and made herself, added ingredients to it and made some soup, and she said it was really delicious. Isn't that awesome? Now, this beef does have some fat on it. There was fat in the jar. I don't care. That's good beef fat, and I don't want to waste that. So that went in the soup. I don't have any qualms about that. All right, I'm going to give this a little bit of a taste because I want to taste it for seasoning. I'm going to bring this to a boil. And then I'm going to add the beef broth as needed. Like I said, there's only half of that carton there. So I may or may not need all of it, but it'll add good flavor. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. Because you see, all of the ingredients here are cooked. They're already cooked. I don't need to let it sit on the stove for a long period of time. There's no reason to do that because it's all cooked. So by doing it this way, you can have a beautiful soup meal on the table in no time, whether it's for yourself, for someone else, for a family. It's so easy to do this. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks beautiful already. I love it. So we're going to bring it to a boil, and then we'll add the beef broth if we need to. Okay, we've got a good boil going on here. I'm going to add this beef broth. Bring it back up to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to a simmer and just let it simmer for about 30 minutes so that the flavors can get together. Actually, I can have it simmer for less than that. It's however long you want. Let's give this a little taste, see where we are on our salt and pepper. Oh my, that's delicious. Okay, I've let this go for about 10 minutes. But you can put it on a low simmer while you make some delicious toasted cheese sandwiches. Oh, with dill pickles. Oh, it's my favorite. Oh, I love this. It's so wonderful. What do you think? Let's dish some up. Okay. Do you use a big spoon with your soup or a small spoon? I like a big spoon. Look at that. So beautiful. Now listen, don't forget, you can use your leftovers. Thanksgiving is coming up, and you're going to have leftovers. It's inevitable. So how about just making some soup? Now, I'm going to have a bowl. I'm going to have this bowl. And then I'm going to put the rest of it in jars and put it in the refrigerator so that I can have soup throughout this week. Isn't that a plan? It is a plan. All right. I love you guys. You know I do. That's it for me today. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. All right. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share this because it will help me and it might help somebody else too. Okay? I love you guys. Take care of yourself, and I will see you on Wednesday because you know today's Monday. All right. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.